In the winner's circle is Dancing Flyer, a 4-year-old dark bay or brown filly by Dancing Candy out of Soul Flyer. Owned and trained by Cliff Seiss Jr. and ridden to victory by Hall of Famer Mike Smith. Dancing Flyer was bred in California by Liberty Road Stables. Makes her debut a winning one, stopping the clock in 1 minute 11.56 seconds. Hall of Famer Mike Smith did ride the sire of Dancing Flyer, Dancing Candy, to a maiden victory on opening day of the 2015 season here at Santa Anita Park. Up next, race 5, scratch 1, Klimt AP, scratch 2, Remember That Night. They'll be at the gate in 22 minutes. The 5th race starts the late pick 5. They're in the gate. And they're off. Dancing Flyer is the quickest out of the gate. Have Patience moves through along the inside. The 2 favorites are 1-2, with C Strand a length back in 3rd. Then it's Della Terra 4th and 3 lengths off the lead, and a gap of a half dozen or so to Broke the Code. They come to the half-mile pole, and it's Dancing Flyer just in front. Have Patience on the inside, ahead away second. It's 3 more to C Strand in third. Delaterra moves over toward the inside fourth. 4 lengths off Dancing Flyer, who's trying to sneak away past the 3/8 pole. Dancing Flyer now puts 3/4 of a length on Have Patience, who's hard-ridden in second. Delaterra running on willingly on the outside of them. Then C Strand a distant fourth. They pass the quarter pole and turn for home. Dancing Flyers in front, 1.5 lengths. On the outside, Delaterra moves to engage in second and Have Patience at the rail. Final furlong. Dancing Flyer asked to finish the job. Delaterra is going to test her late. Dancing Flyer, Delaterra, Dancing Flyer fires at first asking and wins at 1.5 lengths. Delaterra second. Have Patience a distant third. Coast to Coast Pick 5 is offered every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A formful sequence today still pays $832.60.
Hey, grab me one too.
I shake
Breed to pure California speed as Legacy Ranch welcomes Forbidden Kingdom.
It's Forbidden Kingdom, dominant in the San Vicente.
This blazing fast son of American Pharaoh went wire to wire in every one of his victories.
What a performance from Forbidden Kingdom in the San Felipe.
Posting 3 Grade 2 wins on dirt and turf.
Forbidden Kingdom, resolute, turns away a big bit.
Breed to the speed of California speed. Forbidden Kingdom, now standing at Legacy Ranch.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
As we showcase the best of thoroughbred racing in North America, we honor the heart of it all, where owning, breeding, and racing a horse in California allows dreams to gallop as freely as the ocean breeze. The stunning views of the majestic San Gabriel Mountains, the vibrant energy where the turf meets the surf, the certainty of racing on grass, the history and tradition, and the overall value and importance of California. You can travel the world, but nothing comes close to the Golden Coast.
We continue the action here at Santa Anita on this Friday afternoon. Race number 5 will be coming up in 11 minutes. 6 furlong maiden claimers. These are 4- and 5-year-olds in for the tag of $8,000. Jesse, the 2 inside horse is scratched, which leaves now the number 3 Bruiser on the rail.
Yeah, Bruiser does draw the rail now. What a shame for trainer Bill McLean. I do not have this horse in my top 3. I actually chose Congrejo, the number 6 on top for me. This is a horse who's just been consistent at this level, has had a race on this track on January 16th, and it was a good one against Get 'em Dusty, who won very easily that day. So Congrejo is my top pick in here.
Okay, I put Congrejo second. I put Fast Service as my first selection, who is currently on the board at 3-1. Fast Service, trained by Tim McKenna, taking a pretty significant drop from 20 to 8. Both those races were at Santa Anita, so I feel like the fitness edge might come in. But the key really was sprinting. Fast Anna was fast, and that's the sire, and Fast Service by Fast Anna. Back sprinting, I thought, was the key there. So you and I, neither of us actually on the favorite, the 8, which is Hermelinda's Fancy on the drop for 6-5.
I have the 8 second. I thought this was a huge drop, and that's why I had to at least put him somewhere in my ticket. But it is just maybe a little bit suspicious they're dropping this horse this much, as well as just hasn't been anywhere near the top finishers in the last 2 races. Yeah. So I think if he can get back to the race 3 back, where he ran in a maiden special weight and ran second by 3/4 of a length, showed speed that day, was the favorite, he could definitely win this race. But just based on those last 2 efforts, they weren't my favorite.
He looks like he's on a little bit of a drift
with
his form, yeah. The 5th race comes up in 9 minutes, and the start of a pick 5. If you're out in the pick 6, there's still more gambling opportunities.
The horses are heading onto the track for the fifth race, which is 8 minutes away. Start of the 50-cent late pick 5. Scratch 1, Klimt AP, and scratch 2, Remember That Night. The fifth race is named for Urban Elevator Service Day at the Races.
Trainer Steve Sherman sending out the 6, and he wants me to say it this way: Cangrejo.
There you go. Good Spanish accent there. Good job.
That's what I wanted. Good second last time out. That was the first time since October of last year this horse had been in Southern California. Win, but you were second best. Was that encouraging for you coming in today?
It was encouraging. You know, we got kind of behind a lone speed that ended up drawing away at the end, and I hope it doesn't happen again this time with the big favorite here, you know, dropping down. But, you know, the horse is training good. He blew out good. He's feeling really good, so hopefully we can get a good account for himself.
It's interesting, too, because, yes, we had rain, but it was very light rain. And to me, it almost seems that it went from good to fast very quickly, which gave an indication, you know, maybe the ground just needed a little.
Yeah, I think just me looking at the track, I think you kind of need to be up fairly close. I just don't think there's going to be real big closers. I don't think that are going to win today, so hopefully we can lay up close and try to get a jump on that horse.
All right, Steve, we appreciate the time. Listen, good luck in the race. Good luck with the rest of the weekend.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Horses coming quickly for this upcoming race, and there's one horse that was misbehaving in the paddock who seems to be behaving very well now. That is the 8, Hermelinda's Fancy. Looks kind of like a quick-looking son of Stanford here. Gets the blinkers off, did unseat Asiel Espinoza in the paddock, but he seems to be fine and has behaved very well indeed. That is the 8, Hermelinda's Fancy. My top pick, oh, he's unseated the rider again. That is the 8, Hermelinda's Fancy, right behind the gate. Pony Boy has got a hold of him, and now the gate crew are going to take over with the 8, Hermelinda's Fancy. Will leg up Asiel Espinoza in just a moment. Everyone else behaving very nice. I was just going to talk about the 6, Cangrejo, who looks great out here for trainer Steve Sherman. Steve telling me earlier he really thought this horse could win last time and just didn't pan out that way. He looks very well out here and certainly going to have some speed here. But for now, horses are lining up behind the starting gate, and we're about to start the loading process.
Last few runners left to load. Seaver Way just went in. Here's Careful Colin. Riderless Boston Burglar going up. Three more. El Goloso, Cangrejo, and Fast Service to the outside. Going in. In the gate. And they're off. Seaver Way, quick enough, but Hermelinda's Fancy is faster and takes the lead. Careful Colin comes away in third, followed by Boston Burglar, 3 off the pace in fourth. Fast Service on the far outside, 4 lengths in front of Cangrejo. El Goloso is next, and slow starting Bruiser is far, far behind. It's Hermelinda's Fancy past the half-mile pole, leading by a length. At the rail, Careful Colin is in second. Then Seaver Way in the green colors racing in between horses. Boston Burglar has lost a little bit of ground, passed now by Fast Service, who's up to take fourth. Then Cangrejo and El Goloso. Approaching the quarter pole, and it's Hermelinda's Fancy leading the way by a length, chased by Seaver Way in second. Hermelinda's Fancy just drifting a touch at the top of the lane. Behind them, Careful Colin at the rail in third, and they're followed by Cangrejo trying to move up a bit between horses. Inside the 8th pole, Hermelinda's Fancy straightens up and waves goodbye. 4-length lead and home free. Hermelinda's Fancy in front-running fashion under Asa Espinoza. Second went to Seaver Way, fending off Fast Service, and Bruiser was so far back and made it all the way up full of energy into fourth. Eight, Hermelinda's Fancy was first. 7, Seaver Way ran second. 10, Fast Service third, and 3, Bruiser fourth. In the winner's circle is Ermelinda's Fancy, a 4-year-old bay gelding by Stanford out of Jenny's First Gear, owned by Wong and Wong, trained by Francisco Rodriguez, and ridden to victory by Asa Espinoza. Ermelinda's Fancy was bred in California by Ken Wong and Kathy Vitas. The running time, 1 minute 12.39 seconds. And that's the second winner today, Progeny of Stanford. Fifth race name for Urban Elevator Service, Day at the Races. Up next, race 6, scratch number 4, Teddy's Triumph. Post time in 23 minutes. The late pick 4 starts with the upcoming 6th. Gate. And they're off. Seaver Way, quick enough, but Ermelinda's Fancy is faster and takes the lead. Careful Colin comes away in third, followed by Boston Burglar, 3 off the pace in fourth. Fast Service on the far outside, 4 lengths in front of Cangrejo. El Goloso is next, and slow starting Bruiser is far, far behind. It's Ermelinda's Fancy past the half-mile pole, leading by a length. At the rail, Careful Colin is in second. Then Seaver Way in the green colors racing in between horses. Boston Burglar has lost a little bit of ground, passed now by Fast Service, who's up to take fourth. Then Cangrejo and El Goloso. Approaching the quarter pole, and it's Ermelinda's Fancy leading the way by a length, chased by Seaver Way in second. Ermelinda's Fancy just drifting a touch at the top of the lane. Behind them, Careful Colin at the rail in third, and they're followed by Cangrejo trying to move up a bit between horses. Inside the 8th pole, Ermelinda's Fancy straightens up and waves goodbye. 4-length lead and home free. Ermelinda's Fancy in front-running fashion under Asa Espinoza. Second went to Seaver Way, fending off Fast Service, and Bruiser was so far back and made it all the way up full of energy into fourth.
We have 2 legs down now of the pick 6 here at Santa Anita, and later on in race number 8, very exciting. We are looking forward to Davis Chavez having his very first mount here at Santa Anita. He started as a hot walker and then graduated to groom and then exercise rider, and now at the top going to be a jockey for his trainer, Mark Glatt, who he's been working for, Chasing Money, the number 9 in race number 8. So wishing him the very best of luck. Not just joining us, though. We've got the first half for you. Here it is.
And puts away Tiergarten. It will be Love Our Family and Giovanni Franco, prompt favorite in the opener. Tiergarten second best, Smiling Lady third. And Uncle Chili will take care of business here as a heavy favorite. Uncle Chili by 4 lengths. Proud Racer second, at least 8 or 9 back to Papa Loves Vegas. Far Western is second and trying his best, but Panuco too strong. Panuco wins it by 2. Far Western second, Photo for third, Whiskey in a Teacup, and Winds of Freedom. Della Terra, Dancing Flyer, fires at first asking and wins it a length and a half. Della Terra second, Have Patience a distant third. Ermelinda's Fancy in front-running fashion under Asa Espinoza. Second went to Seaver Way, fending off Fast Service, and Bruiser was so far back and made it all the way up full of energy into fourth.
Stay Thirsty, a top 2 California sire for the 7th year running and sire of CTBA Stakes winner In the Air Tonight.
In the Air Tonight, now striding away impressively. In the Air Tonight.
With over $4 million in Progeny earnings for the 3rd consecutive year. Breed to the only sire who's been a top 2 California sire since 2017. Stay Thirsty, standing with Hopkins, Phineas, and Smokum at Love Acres Ranch for the love of the game. It pays to be Cal bred.
Estrella Jalisco, an authentic cerveza dorada, brewed with 100 years of passion. For those championing a life of truth and breaking the barriers for tomorrow. Vive tu Estrella, Estrella Jalisco.
What is built to last nowadays?
Seabiscuit, world's greatest money winner, points for the big Santa Anita race.
Long enough to be part of history.
John Henry on the outside. Those two are going to battle the wire.
Woven into the fabric of our country's identity.
Senora, what a performance, one we'll never forget.
90 years. We opened on Christmas Day, 1934, as our country was recovering from the Great Depression. A place to escape and inspire. A place for beauty and fashion. For decadence and imagination. A place that keeps evolving. Where trends turn into traditions. From one generation to the next. When it's built right, it's built to last. Santa Anita Park.
We have the 50 cents, a late pick 4 coming up now. Race number 6 is the first leg. And boy, is there a lot of speed in this 6th race, Jesse. 5.5 furlongs. You expect speed. Claimers, 4-year-olds, and up into the tag of 8,000.
Yeah, there is quite a bit of speed. I think the one Doris Avenue might just get the first call for trainer Sheldon Pobedanius. Very fast out on the front in the early lead on a lot of those races that he's had. But the number...
You got
Sorry,
even
I was
money.
on the wrong race.
That's all right. Even money on Moby Town, who I agree looks to be part of the speed. I mean, you've got, Moby Town, Southern Slang, on the extreme outside, Perfect D, who's 12-1, and Tactical Speed, Almost Snow.
Yeah, Almost Snow is going to be my top pick in here, actually, for trainer Tim McKenna. I mean, everything Tim McKenna is bringing down here to Southern California is either in the money or very close. So Almost Snow is going to be my top pick in here. He's also 19% off of a little bit of a layoff, and this horse is coming off a little bit of a layoff. Last race on December 15th, and also taking that drop-in class. Went back to the Claiming 20 last time, ran a good solid race at 5.5 at Pleasanton, but I think just getting back to where this horse probably needs to be.
And going back to Almost Snow, you brought up a good point. Tim McKenna, his horses are fitting, right? This was a horse that consistently was the betting favorite and often pulled it off. But so much of that, I feel like, is having the owners that are, you're saying to them, look, I know we were running for $12,500, even $20,000. Yeah. Now, if we want to win, we've got to run for $8,000, and them being okay with that. So they have to have a lot of trust in their trainers, I think, with placing their horses and go along with it if they want to win races.
Exactly, especially coming down here. I think a lot of those owners are going to have to find themselves dropping even a little bit more than they usually would up there because of how difficult, especially the open races that allow horses from Southern California to be in those races. It gets a little bit more difficult. I want to talk about the number 6 Colt Hard for trainer Ryan Hansen. Now, I talked to Michelle a few weeks ago about what they were kind of going to do with this horse. They said they might run him back at Los Al. They're choosing to come into this spot. This is one of those spots that, like I said, was open to horses here from Southern California. And this just might be a good spot for Colt Hard. I know they're trying to give him as many chances as he can. He's just not really cutting it. They ran him at Los Al at night last time, and he ran an okay race. And for a horse who's never ran on that track at night, it can be a bit daunting. The turns are quite tight. So I give him an excuse for that race. I think at least he showed something, and hopefully he can come back today and kind of get used back to his old self.
Mm-hmm. That's Colt Hard, the number 6 in here. Moby Town, you've heard of the, the famous story Moby Dick, right?
Yes.
Well, Moby Town, literally, I mean, he carries some good condition. This 5-year-old gelding, you can hardly ever beat him to the first pole.
Yeah.
He's so quick out of there. You look at his running lines and you can see. I mean, he's almost always out there on the front end.
Yeah, he is, and I think that last race at Los Alamitos was kind of a runaway and hide race where the long stretch there really just kind of tired out the other horses, and he was still going. So hopefully he can get the confidence from that race and keep going here. Like you said, he had the rail draw that day, and he was very fast out of there, so I wouldn't expect anything different today.
Yeah, but he's got Southern Slang, who'll hook onto him, I think, very quickly in this race. He's another horse that's coming out of those 4.5 furlong races, the 1,000-yard races at Los Alamitos. So, with some pressure in there, it could set up. I mean, the 3 is 6-1 Smarty Nose, who has the perfect style to set it up for him.
Exactly, trained by Sally Rivera. She also has had this horse at the Los Al night races, but is a little bit different. Usually you see those horses like trying to go as fast as they can into that turn, but this horse kind of settles and then makes a really good run at the end. So that might just set it up perfectly for him on this track.
Perfect D will close out the field here at 12-1. There he is, going by the 7-year-old gelding for Kelly Castaneda. 8 minutes until race number 6.
On the track for the 6th race, it is the start of the late pick 4. Scratch number 4, Teddy's Triumph. The 6th is named for LV Day at the races.
Trainer Tim McCanna here with the 7-horse Almost Snow in this upcoming race, race number 6. Tim, first of all, congratulations. Your barn has adapted well down here.
Yeah, we've gotten a couple of good spots, so that's helped, and it's always nice to win a couple to start things out.
All right, well, let's talk about this race. Almost Snow has got speed, but you've got speed in the first 2 spots off the rail. Does that affect at all how you're approaching the race?
Kind of just have to let Asa ride the race. You know, the horse will stalk. He has no problem with that. I don't want to be 3 wide on the head-and-head, so if he can just lay in a good stalking position, I think we got a chance.
Is it a fair statement, if you're going to stalk, you'd rather be on the outside than the inside?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Rather be putting the pressure on than getting it.
All right. Tim, we really appreciate the time. Listen, good luck in the race. Good luck with the rest of the meet.
Thank you.
$8,000 claimers are getting set to go 5.5 furlongs here on a fast main track. It really is a credit to the track team how well this track has dried out throughout the day. It looks fantastic out here. Let's get to the horses. And there's one horse who I think is really going to appreciate the stretch out to 5.5 furlongs. I know that sounds crazy, right? That's the 3, Smarty Nose. Just comes off a win going 1,000 yards at Los Al. And looking at him physically, he's a big boy. He's a big, beautiful boy. He's by Daddy Knows Best, who was trained by Steve Asmussen. He did his best running on the grass and out of a Smarty Jones mare. We all remember Smarty Jones from many, many years ago, having taken down the Kentucky Derby. So Smarty Nose, a big boy, going to appreciate the step up in distance and really does look good out here for trainer Sally Rivera. The 6 is Coulthard, in for the $8,000 tag for trainer Ryan Hansen, and my handicapping goes like this. Usually, when the Hansen barn runs their horses and Michelle Yu, a.k.a. Hansen, is not in town, they seem to run very well. Don't ask me why, but it just seems to be a pattern that seems to go on. So the 6 Coulthard, I'm actually glad to see that he's woke up a bit since he left the paddock, because he looked like a 3-year-old could ride him around the paddock. He's certainly been on his toes, had a nice warm-up, and we'll see what Adrian Escobedo can do with him, but he's got to appreciate a bigger track as well. That is the 6 Coulthard. And then finally the 7, Almost Snow, getting a little bit warm out here. I'm not sure if that's usual for him, but he is by far the horse to beat in here, taking the drop in class. Always good to hear from trainer Tim McCanna, and well done to Asa Espinoza for winning the last race after getting unseated a couple of times in the preliminaries. You can't keep a good guy down. Good luck to all in this upcoming 6th race.
Horses have reached the starting gate. It is post time for the beginning of the late pick 4. Moving into line. Perfect D will be the last one to load. In the gate. And they're off. Smarty Nose had an awkward start. It's a fast one for Almost Snow. And here's Mobytown, sent hard through along the inside. Mobytown is quickest and takes the lead from Southern Slang, now second. And then it's Wrestler, 2 off the pace in third. Almost Snow now 4 lengths off them in fourth. 2 clear of Coulthard. Perfect D is next, and 4 more to Smarty Nose. They're heading to the 3/8 pole behind the favorite Mobytown, blazing the way with a 3-length advantage. Southern Slang is asked to get after this leader as Wrestler improves, moves up, takes second, and outside of them, Almost Snow, who broke well, has sat patiently and is now making his move after Mobytown at the top of the stretch, 4 clear of Perfect D. Mobytown the leader. Almost Snow, though, is coming with a solid kick to challenge at the 8th pole. Almost Snow and Mobytown head and head coming to the 16th pole. Mobytown, Almost Snow, Mobytown, head and head. Mobytown not surrendering. Almost Snow on the outside. Here's the line. Photo finish. How close was that? Either Almost Snow or Mobytown. It's extremely close between those two. In the meantime, Smarty Nose appeared from out of nowhere to be in a battle for third with Perfect D. photo finish. Number 1, Mobytown was first. 7, Almost Snow second. 8, Perfect D third. And 3, Smarty Nose was fourth. In the winner's circle is Mobytown, 5-year-old bay gelding by Motown out of Empress of Midway, owned by Thompson Racing in Peel. Trained by Steve Knapp, ridden by Tiago Pereira. Mobytown was bred in Kentucky by Joe Mulholland Jr., John Mulholland, and Karen Mulholland, running time 103.98 seconds. 6th race named for LV, Day at the Races. Up next, the 7th, which starts the late pick 3 in 24 minutes. In the gate. And they're off. Smarty Nose had an awkward start. It's a fast one for Almost Snow. And here's Mobytown, sent hard through along the inside. Mobytown is quickest and takes the lead from Southern Slang now second. And then it's Wrestler 2 off the pace in third. Almost Snow now 4 lengths off them in fourth. 2 clear of Coulthard. Perfect D is next and 4 more to Smarty Nose. They're heading to the 3/8 pole behind the favorite Mobytown, blazing the way with a 3-length advantage. Southern Slang is asked to get after this leader as Rassler improves, moves up, takes second, and outside of them, Almost Snow, who broke well, has sat patiently and is now making his move after Mobytown at the top of the stretch, 4 clear of Perfect D. Mobytown the leader. Almost Snow, though, is coming with a solid kick to challenge at the 8th pole. Almost Snow and Mobytown head and head coming to the 16th pole. Mobytown, Almost Snow, Mobytown, head and head. Mobytown not surrendering. Almost Snow on the outside. Here's the line. Photo finish. How close was that? Either Almost Snow or Mobytown. It's extremely close between those two. In the meantime, Smarty Nose appeared from out of nowhere to be in a battle for third with Perfect D.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Hey, grab me one too.
In this sport, it takes just one special horse and a lot of people that believe in him. By Champion Arrogant from the family of Broodmare of the Year, Better Than Honor, rose to prominence in the Grade 3 Peter Pan, displayed power in the Grade 1 Belmont, cemented his 3-year-old championship in the Grade 1 Travers, defeating a champion 2-year-old, Kentucky Derby, and Preakness winners.
And the Eclipse Award goes to Archangelo.
Archangelo, standing at Lane's End.
And they're off.
Just 15 minutes out for race number 7. Jesse, of the 7 runners that are in this race, we got a full field. 6 ran against each other. So if you can help out with your handicapping, the favorite in that common race was Swift Stephen, who is currently the favorite right now at 5-2. How would you play this race?
So I actually chose to go with a little bit of a price in here, and I think he's a price because he ran in a not so good last time, and that was the number 2 El Maga for trainer Felix Rondon. He came out of that race that all of them have come out of on December 7th. He ran 3rd by a neck, a really good 3rd, and then came back to run a little bit maybe over his head and on the turf.
Yeah.
Did not run well at all. It was his first time running.
He was
on
114 to 1.
Yes.
He wasn't expected to run well.
No, and he ran on the turf, did not like the turf. So I completely throw out that last race. It was an allowance race. It was turf. He had never run on a turf before, so I completely throw out that last race. And I thought if you go back to his maiden special weight win, 5 furlongs on the main track at Pleasanton, that was a very good race. He also came back to win an allowance to run 3rd in a 2 other than allowance, which I thought was a very good race. And I just wanted to go with a little bit of a price as well. He's 9-2 right now, which isn't as much as I thought he would go off on, but that's who I chose on top.
Let's go out to Peter Lurie. He has a guest with him. Pete?
Thank you very much, Miss Millie. We've got a friendly face from the past, jockey Julien Coutan. Julien, you and I have known each other for a while. You started at Hollywood Park when you came in from France. Is that correct?
That's correct. A little while back. It's not getting any younger, but it's been 15 years over. So, yeah, it's been just a blast.
How's it been since you've been back?
It's been great. I mean, you just got to take one day at a time and do the best as you can with what you got.
Let's talk about your horse escape plan. You got some speed here. The blinkers are going on, and first time Lasix. Does that approach at all how you're approaching this 5.5 furlongs?
Well, he ran quite a short last time out. He ran a really good. Actually, they tried to enter the horse for quite a while going long, and the race never went. So plan B went to the 3/4 race at Pleasanton and show a little bit of speed. Put me in a good spot and run really well. Came flying at the end outside, and we didn't quite made it, but that was a good effort.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, and hopefully we see you in the winner's circle.
Thank you, Peter. Bye.
Ladies?
Nice to hear from Julien Coutan there. Jesse, looking at the horses in the paddock, okay, turn around and give me the horse that looks ripest to win today.
Ooh,
forget the conditions.
Ripest.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just the horse that looks ripest. That's a term from Richard Mandela, by the way.
Wow, I've not heard that. Maybe the old time Richard Mandela saying. But I really thought the number 5 looked good. It's hard. There's a lot of horses who look good in here. I even think the 2 and the 3 look even better with tack on than they did without tack. So the 2 and 3 look very good. But also the 5 looks good as well. Escape plan, I just think he might need to go a little bit further, and that's my thing with him. He did run second in that race that they were in common with. However, he kind of got a good trip. He
got some pace to run at.
He got pace to run out. He angled out, had plenty of room, where I think my top pick, El Maga, kind of got the wrong end of that trip. And I think he's probably the horse that's on the up for me.
Okay, I'm going to go with the 7, off of looks alone. 3-1, Tiz's Harbor. Although, I mean, I would give the edge to a horse that has raced or worked here over the track, and Tiz Harbor actually fits that criteria, so he's a looker and fits that as well. Who knows? 3-1 currently on the 7, and we have 11 minutes until race number 7. We're going to find out who's going to win this shortly.
On the track for the 7th, it's the start of the $3 late pick 3, 9 minutes to post, no changes.
Starter 50, about to go 5.5 furlongs on the fast main track. Horses warming up behind me, and there were a couple that really did catch my eye. One of them was the 7, Tiz's Harbor, who had kind of an easy warm-up next to the pony for the most part, but Carl Frey just opting to take this horse away in the last couple of minutes, away from the pony, and give him a nice canter around on his own. So I like to see that. He's since rejoined the pony, and big thumbs up for me with the 7 at Tiz's Harbor. One more to touch on, that is the 3, Swift Stephen, who looked really good coming out here for the level. The son of Richard's Kid, we had a progeny of Richard's Kid run second in an earlier race, and he really does stamp him. This guy looks great, trained by Blaine Wright. He always turns him out very nice. My only knock would be he's just getting a little bit warm right now, but I'm not sure if that's usual for him. He's certainly not doing anything to dissuade me. That is the 3. Swift Stefan. Just one more to touch on really quick. That is the lone filly in the race. That is the 4 Nala, who will get a 5-pound break in weights with 117 with the hot riding Asiel Espinoza aboard.
The field is arriving at the gate for the 7th, started the $3 late pick 3. Moving into line. Doris Avenue coming forward. Nala goes in. Three more. Umaga. Last call, Vron. This is Harbor to the outside. Going in. In the gate. And they're off. Tiz's Harbor rockets out of there. Doris Avenue along the inside. These two hook up right away. With Nala Escape Plan, last call, Vron in the mix too. At the rail, El Maga second to last, and Swift Stefan is at the back of the field. 7 lengths off Doris Avenue, who leads by a half length to last call, Vron. Perfect trip for Tiz's Harbor, 3 deep third. At the rail, El Maga fourth. Nala is pushed along. Now Swift Stefan is passing horses all the way up to 5th, about to take 4th past the 3/8 pole. Escape Plan trails. Midway on the far turn, Doris Avenue trying to cling to a very narrow lead at the top of the stretch. Alongside his last call, Vron. Then Tiz's Harbor, 3 deep. Swift Stefan, orange colors, widest of all. They're at the top of the lane. And El Maga clinging to a narrow lead now. On the outside, Tiz's Harbor moves into second. Here's Nala finishing with some nice interest. Here's Nala coming fast on the outside. It's El Maga, Nala. These are the two. On the inside, El Maga, Nala surging. Here's the line. Nala gets up. Another for Ace Espinoza. El Maga's second. Tiz's Harbor third. He beats the boys. Number 4, Nala first. 2, Amaga second. 7, Tiz's Harbor third. 3, Swift Stefan fourth. In the winner's circle, Nala, 3-year-old Bay filly by Audio's Charlie out of Liza Doolittle. Liza Doolittle Day, in fact. Owned by Rosana Vasquez, trained by O.J. Harigi, and ridden by Asa Espinoza. It's a riding double for Asa Espinoza. Nala was bred in Florida by Arundel. The running time, 106.40 seconds. Race 7 is official. The 8th is the beginning of the late double. Scratch 3 wound up. Scratch 6, My Man Bags. Post time in 24 minutes. Going in. In the gate. And they're off. Tiz's Harbor rockets out of there. Doris Avenue along the inside. These two hook up right away. With Nala Escape Plan, Last Call, Vron in the mix too. At the rail, El Maga second to last. And Swift Stefan is at the back of the field. 7 lengths off Doris Avenue, who leads by a half length to Last Call, Vron. Perfect trip for Tiz's Harbor, 3 deep third. At the rail, El Maga fourth. Nala is pushed along. Now Swift Stefan is passing horses all the way up to 5th. About to take 4th past the 3/8 pole. Escape Plan trails. Midway on the far turn, Doris Morris Avenue, trying to cling to a very narrow lead at the top of the stretch. Alongside his last call, Vron. Then Tiz's Harbor, 3 deep. Swift Stefan, orange colors, widest of all. They're at the top of the lane. And El Maga clinging to a narrow lead now. On the outside, Tiz's Harbor moves into second. Here's Nala finishing with some nice interest. Here's Nala coming fast on the outside. It's El Maga, Nala. These are the two. On the inside, El Maga, Nala surging. Here's the line. Nala gets up. Another for Asa Espinoza. El Maga's second. Tiz's Harbor third.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
That's one thing about horse racing. Even if you own a tiny fractional part of a horse, the experience is still there.
Authentic has won the Kentucky Derby.
They've done a beautiful job of involvement with the ownership and keeping the horse in the focus.
Beats the brave, wins the Preakness.
My racehorse is really something. So I'd say come aboard. We'll make it fun.
The rumblings started early and only intensified, with performances that sent shockwaves across the nation. At the center of it all,
Epicenter is at the top of the 3-year-old class in the Run Happy Travers.
Epicenter, 3-year-old champion by Not This Time. Coolmore America, home of champions.
Want to get your career in horse racing off to a fast start? Well, the University of Arizona's Racetrack Industry Program is your winning ticket. The Racetrack Industry Program has served as a springboard to some of the industry's most successful individuals, with a proven track record of job placement right out of college. If you want to earn a degree in the exciting horse racing industry, the Racetrack Industry Program can put you in the winner's circle.
Two more races left on the Friday card. Race number 8 is 6 furlongs starter optional, claiming company in here. If you're in for a tag, 20,000. Couple of scratches out of this race. The 3 wound up, and also the 6 My Man bags. Now the favorite, Jesse, is the 7. Cajun Brother. In the discussion I had earlier with Tom Quigley going through the pick 6 sequence, I used this horse as my vulnerable favorite. I could see it go either way. You agree?
I totally agree.
Why do you think he's vulnerable?
You know, I love workout reports
Yes.
and workouts, and I did not enjoy the workout for this horse on January 26th. I just thought he was kind of asked a little bit hard to get the minute flat going 5 furlongs. Now, he did come back with a bullet drill, 34-1 out of the gate, which is very quick out of the gate. So maybe expect this. I mean, this horse has a lot of speed already, but definitely expect this horse today with Hector Berrios, I think, to get out of the gate fast and have some even faster speed than he's already shown in his career. But I just thought he was struggling a little bit at the end of that work 2 weeks back, and visually, I just could not put him on top.
I'm glad you thought the same. You saw the same as I did, and what I kind of was attributing it to was that the horse has been racing very, very consistently all the way back to September of 2023. So that's a long time for a horse. You know, he's obviously an incredibly sound horse. And you can see by his record, he's a very consistent horse, which encourages you to continue to race him because he's, you know, he's producing every time. But at some point, when does a horse, you know, maybe he's just, and that race, that workout to me, just, I felt he looked tired.
Yeah. And, you know, he gets really good jockeys every single time. Steve Knapp, he has to be a sound horse because the best jockeys have ridden him the last 4 times. Edwin Maldonado, Fresu, as well as Flavien Prat rode him last time. So, I mean, it shows the jockeys like what they're getting from it. Just, I thought we would take
10 for 33 will wake up any jockey in the jock's room, won't
it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So anyway, Cajun Brother, it could go either way. It really could. He could easily win this and nobody would be surprised. And he's even money. the two currently on the screen picture there, that's Come Out Fighting. He's another one in excellent form for Bill McLean.
I had him third with the number 3 in, so now I have him second. I thought Bill McLean has done an amazing job with this horse. He started out claiming 10, then the next time jumped him up to claiming 16. He won that. Then the next time jumped him up to claiming 22.5, won that, won another one of those, and he's just getting better and better and better. And so he keeps taking chances with this horse, putting him a little bit higher in conditions like he does today.
Yeah.
And that just might be the confidence that this horse has because Bill has gotten these wins produced out of him at each level he's put him in.
Right, and obviously the confidence is in Bill himself because he's protecting him.
Yeah.
Running him in this condition where he is protected from getting claimed. The 10, I thought that Kahuna Magic looked really good. This is a big size 7-year-old gelding. He's buy into mischief, out of an elusive quality mare, homebred of, actually the Mosses bred him. And he just has the impression of being classier than maybe his past performances have shown.
Yeah, I just want to say good luck to jockey Davis Chavez, apprentice jockey, his first career mount. He has worked for trainer Mark Glatt for over 4 years. He started as a hot walker, then graduated to a groom, and then an exercise rider. And while I was working for Mark Glatt, he was one of the guys who took me in right away. And we've become very good friends. He's come over and got on my equicizer at my house multiple times a week, trying to become a jockey. And I think he sits very naturally on a horse. So I'm very excited to see him ride his first
Wishing him
race.
the best of luck. Davis Chavez, if you can hear us, we're pushing you. Chasing Money, that's the number 9 who he rides on the board at 7-2. Horses making their way out to the track, 10 minutes until race number 8.
Ray Cohen brings him out for the 8. Start of the $5 late double. Scratch 3 wound up. Scratch 6 My Man bags. Post time in 9 minutes. Don Julio is the official tequila partner of Santa Anita Park. Try the all-new Santa Anita Classic Margarita made with Don Julio Blanco. Por amor. Enjoy responsibly.
6 furlongs is the distance here in race number 8 to kick off the late daily double. We got trainer Steve Knapp with the 7 Cajun Brother. Last time out, it looked like you're trying something a little different. I know this horse has got a lot of speed. Drawing the outside, is the plan to go back to the front?
The plan is to go back to the front. Last time, I guess he just didn't break good enough, and he was just too far back. He is a speed horse. He goes 44 and change just about every single time. I worked him quick out of the gate to make sure he's got plenty of speed back in him. So we're going to try to go wire to wire.
Hector Barrios is one of those guys. He has not been aboard the horse, but at least seems like he adapts well to horses he hasn't been on. Has he been given any plans?
Yeah, I told him, just go. Warm up however you like and put him right on the lead.
We appreciate the time, Steve. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.